Welcome back. This is not a Wes Watson video, and I'm not gonna yell at you for the whole entire thing. Jeez, homie, you're gonna give yourself a heart attack, Wes. Chill the fuck out. Nah, you're alright. You do your thing, and I'll do mine. You got your views, I got mine, which are very little. What is up? Stephen X here. Bloody concrete jungle coming back at ya. Yeah. What would you do? So I didn't this video is gonna be about drugs in prison and buying drugs, whatnot. I didn't do a whole lot of buying drugs in prison. Why? Because I didn't have money. I didn't want to be one of those people always hitting my folks up for putting money in my books. One little pinner joint, really skinny, was $10, and I bought weed once or something in early when I had some money, and then near the end of my leg I did buy some oil, and in between the whole thing I'd be any weed would come in, I'd be friends with the people, so I'd jump on the joint. Now, which is crazy, because in like overseas in America and California, what I hear, if you even get handed a cigarette by a black person and they've licked it and rolled it, you gotta re-roll that if you're a white guy. And because he's licked it, you can't smoke after he's licked it. Now this is crazy. Like, well, no, that's politics. That's jail. That's prison. It's not crazy. Yeah, it's that's their politics, and that's what works. And you got a program for there. But in New Zealand, it's a whole completely different thing. Check out my t-shirt. Represent Dark Grill, punk rock New Zealand. Yeah. Anyway, so I got given some drugs throughout my whole leg, here and there, pills and pills just a couple times, but marijuana most of the time. Funny thing is, anytime weed gets thrown in, there's drug tests a week later, and anyone that was smoking is going to the whole, or they'll just do like the 14-day you can't have your TV or anything. But usually it's like 3 days in the hole, 5 days in the hole, and then 14 days of loss of privileges. Oh, this was out of it. I got done for smoking marijuana in New Plymouth, and New Plymouth jail at the time was closing down, so they were periodically shipping inmates out to Wanganui, mostly to Wanganui, but to wherever. And so I ended up on a bus to Wanganui, and I had a pending charge for marijuana, and it went by in Wanganui. I went from behind the razor, bad place of it, couple weeks in there, to sent to a camp in Wanganui. Been there for a month or something. I thought, sick, that charge is gone, I'm sweet, it's all over with, I'm getting away with it. Yeah. Until one day, Bjarnason, you got a charge, you've been sentenced to 5 days in the hole and 14 days loss of privileges. But their hole was, I call it a hole, whatever, it's the place you go to and you're locked up the whole day for however long in there. The place in Wanganui, it was awesome. We had you got your own little cell, right, with your own little toilet, your own little shower inside the cell, and then every day they'd open your yard for like so many hours, and you had your own little yard. Next to you was the other people in the place that were in trouble. But the good thing for me was I was on methadone, so every morning they'd take me in this little car, drive all the way up to the medical part of the prison, and the other guys were like, "What? Why does he get to go out every single day?" It was the one good time of the day, you know. Plus, there's a book room in there, and I took like this much books back to my cell and was just reading Stephen King and all that for the whole time. I don't mind it, you know. People, it was like a vacation from prison for me. Anyway, back to New Plymouth. I just remembered this. Scatterbrain. I got put in a cell, right? Cell 7. And whoever had been in the cell before me was a crackhead. Because they did a cell search and they opened my light and found a broken meth pipe. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. You put me in here and I haven't got a thing to do with it. And so I got hauled off for a drug test, and sure enough I had no meth in my system. I don't like that drug, you know. It's not my steez. Fuck that. I'm not judging anyone that does it or whatever. That's their thing. That's not my thing. Whatever. Anyway, so I bought like a little bit of weed when I had some money in New Plymouth, but in Wanganui, I was about to get released, right? So I thought, fuck it, I've got some money. I'm gonna buy some. There's some weed going around right now. It wasn't buds. It was oil. Thing was, I bought one thing of they put it in Glad wrap and you get a few spots of it. I bought one, and the dude handed it to me, and I didn't know, and he didn't know at the time, but later on when I broke it out to smoke it, there was 3 there. 2 had stuck to the other one. So I was like, oh shit. I don't know what to do. Should I tell him? Should I not tell him? I don't have the money for all 3. I got the money for 1. So I smoked the one, got high that night, and then in the morning I went to the one dude I knew I could, you know, tell and it not go anywhere, and this dude had done a bit of jail time, and I said, hey bro, what should I do, man? I bought some of their oil off so and so, and these cunts are dickheads anyway. These dudes that were selling it, they were in this part for a well-known New Zealand crime that is just, they can go to hell. And now any organisations I speak on, is just individual dealings, I don't have a problem with any of the organisations, just so let's get that out there. Alright, in my previous video I might have mentioned it's a organisation. It was only the fight. It was that one dude. All the other people that are in those things are organisations I've had mad respect for and have good times with. But anyway, I had 3. I had 2 left that weren't mine of oil. Went up to my mate, what should I do? And he said, do not tell them, cause you could give them back, but they might just smack you over anyway for it. And so I was like, yeah, you might be right. I'm getting out next week. Maybe it will just go under the cover. because by the time they went right around to this, I think it was an 80-man unit or maybe more, and they sold right around, so they did a lot of sales. So I thought I'll be alright. So the next night I smoked the other two, and I got out that week and nothing happened. Oh, I wonder if they even knew, but if they did, they'd be like, what the fuck? Our books aren't coming back. What happened? Hey, he left. Well, I'll catch you guys if I ever get in trouble again. And it's been a long time, and I ain't, so I'm just talking about old times, and this is for all you people. Prison is not a good time. Anyone that's not been, any young people, stay out of trouble, stay out of gangs. You will not like it when you go in there. They make you do foul shit that might give you more time. It will make you have more time. You won't get out on your date because you would have done a few pokings, and you might be in there for a few more years. So stay out of trouble. Stephen X, Concrete Jungle, back with another video, and hopefully interviews very soon. Stay tuned. Subscribe, and have a lovely day, all of you. All around the world, from New Zealand.